Good morning, children. So now we are going to start with do some problems from maxima, minima. Okay, we are going to conclude this topic by this within this period. Okay, maxima, minima. How to find maxima, minima? Recall it. How to find maxima, minima of a function. Which all the methods are there for finding maxima, minima? How many methods are there? Annex. Two methods. Okay, first derivative test and second derivative test. But the common method we are using is second derivative test. The usual method. Okay, usually whenever it is given differentiate, find the maxima, find the minima means we use second derivative test. So how to find maximum minimum using second derivative test, Karthik?
We should differentiate it 2 times.
We have to find f dash of x, f double dash of x.
Then we should equate f dash of x to 0.
Very good. We have to equate f dash of x to 0. Aparna, can you give the next point?
Ma'am, then we have to substitute the x value with f double dash of x.
Yes, we have equate f dash of x to 0 and we have to solve it. After solving, we will get the values of x. This value we have to substitute in f double dash of x. So, Tomlin, what is the next step when you substitute the value in f double dash of x? How will you understand? Is it a maximum or minimum?
Equate it to 0.
Equating to 0, f double dash. Okay, we solved for x. We got some values for x and substituting the value in f double dash. Now we have to check is it maxima or minima. How will you
Ma'am,
understand?
greater than or less than 0.
Oh, very good. If f double dash is greater than or less than. Okay, if f double dash of x is greater than 0, it is a point of
Minimum.
and if f double dash is less than 0, negative. Shubham, if f double dash is less than 0, it is a
Maximum.
f double dash is less than 0, negative. Less than 0, negative means it is a point of mean. Okay, maxima. Less than 0 means it is a point of maximum. Positive means it is a point of minimum. Okay. Now, share the textbook what you are getting here. You have received from here. Listen, children. Actually, from the syllabus, okay, you have the textbooks with you, isn't it? This is a copy given to you. According to your syllabus, your portion starts from here. Okay, anyhow, just go through all this, find the derivatives, all these things, go through it. Our topic actually starts from applications of derivatives. In your textbook, you have here. But children, you may get questions, find the derivatives and all will be asked because if you want to find maximum, minimum and all, you should know how to find the derivatives. That's what I'm saying. Solve all the questions from the beginning. Here, finding the marginal cost, revenue cost. We discussed all these types of questions, isn't it? Then finding the maximum applications of derivatives, increasing and decreasing functions. Parabola, U-shaped curve. Okay. Then what is given? Increasing, decreasing functions. Then the definition for continuity. Yeah. Increasing, decreasing. Some questions are there. So try this exercise question as today's homework. Note down this exercise questions, 5 questions is homework. I check whether it is increasing or decreasing. Next is maximum, minimum. We learn, okay, maximum means it is otherwise called extreme value. Extreme value. Okay, some functions may have maxima, some functions may have minimum.
Ma'am, can you show that homework questions once again?
That is in your text. You have the textbooks with you?
Ma'am, no, ma'am.
That printed copy, did you collect it from the school?
Remember the printed copy is about the first unit.
Second and third chapter, it is not. Is it given?
No, ma'am.
Did you check in that copy? After the first unit, you'll be having that one also.
Yes, ma'am, it is there.
Ah. Yeah, I think after this second chapter and third chapter, it will be there. After the first chapter, you may be having that in the textbook. These are the 5 questions are there. These 5 questions. Okay, Aishwarya,
Yes, ma'am.
is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Maximum, minimum. We discussed about maximum, minimum. Only this much contents are included in your textbook. Okay. First derivative test and then second derivative test. First derivative test and the second derivative test. So usually we use second derivative test. So here do the example questions also as homework. Try the example questions also as homework. So now here one word problem is given. Okay, now we are going to discuss this type of word problem. Some situational, applicational problems are given there. Okay, we can try this type of, we are going to solve these types of questions today. And try this maximum, minimum and all. Okay, so this till this part is your homework. By this weekend, okay, by this weekend, Monday, Tuesday, you should complete this one and we'll be starting with integration. We will starting with integration. Now let us do some word problems based on maxima, minimum. Okay, is it clear, children? By today and all, we will be completing this applications of derivatives. Your work is to do as much questions, make it thorough with each and every question in your textbook. And which are the questions we are discussing. Write the question. Okay, now we are going to do some application questions, word problems. Situationals are given. You have to find the maxima and minima. Write the question. Find the positive numbers x and y. Find the positive numbers x and y such that x plus y is 60, such that x plus y is equal to 60 and xy cube is maximum. Find the positive integers x and y such that x plus y is equal to 60, 60, x plus y is equal to 60 and xy cube is maximum. Okay, we want to find two positive integers x and y such that their sum is given as 60 and xy cube is maximum. Okay, so let us take the numbers b. Let the numbers be x and y. Let the numbers be x and y. It is given that the sum is 60. It is given that sum is 60. And what is the condition given here? The product xy cube is maximum. We want the product to be maximum. So I'm denoting, let P be the product. I'm denoting the product P as xy cube. Now listen, children, for the time being, keep your pen down, listen. Once you understand the concept, you can do. Also, what we have to do, keep your pens down, sit straight and listen. Now listen here, product is xy cube. Okay, what is our aim? Our aim is to find the maximum product, isn't it? Yes or no? What is the question? Find the positive numbers x and y such that x plus y is 60 and the product is xy cube is maximum. Our aim is to find the maximum value of which function? Xy cube. Our aim is to find the maximum value of xy cube. Is it clear? Is it okay, Anet? But look at here. We have two variables. Till now, we discussed with f dash of x, f double dash of x. Either it should be in terms of x or it should be in terms of one variable y. Here, look at here, we have both x and y. We should convert it either in terms of x or everything should be converted in terms of y. Is it okay? We should convert this function. Look at this. We want to find the maximum value of this function. We want to find the maximum value of this function. But if you look at this function, we have two variables, x and y. We should convert it either everything in terms of x or in terms of y. Okay, everything should be converted in terms of x or in terms of y. So for conversion only here one relation is given. What is the relation given? X plus y is equal to 60. Is it okay? Whether you are given with x plus y is 60. So from here, what is the value of x? X will be 60 minus y. Or we can take y is equal to 60 minus x. Both are possible, isn't it? Don't write. Now listen. So either we can substitute x is 60 minus y or we can write y is 60 minus x. Which one we will be selecting? Which one we will select?
X is equal to 60 minus y.
Why? Okay, your answer is correct. We have to substitute. I am going to put x is equal to 60 minus y. Why you are going to substitute this? Why you are selecting this?
Because if we are substituting y, it would turn more complicated.
It will, okay, suppose I am substituting for y. Okay, this is the easy way. If you are doing other way also, you will get. But why if you substitute for this one, if you substitute for x, your calculation will be easy. Your calculation will be made little easy. Why? Here, if I substitute for y is 60 minus x. Suppose I substitute here means xy cube. So x into 60 minus x the whole cube. I have to open the bracket a minus b the whole cube. You have to expand, then multiply. Is it clear, Aparna? Aditya, are you able to understand, children? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If you substitute also, you will get the answer. You will be getting the answer if you're trying that method. But we should select the one which will be for which method will be easy. Okay. So in that case, what we will do? We will substitute for x. Look at here when you substitute for x. When you substitute here for x, what happens? No need to expand it. You can multiply it directly. You'll get 60y cube minus y raised to 4. Is it clear? So here I'm giving a tip. Okay, it is not compulsory, children. It is for your understanding and for to make your calculation easy. Substitute for the smaller powers. What you have to do? Among the variables which is having the smaller power, for that one you substitute. Here you have x, y cube. Which variable is having the smaller power? X. Power of x is 1, isn't it? What is the power of y? 3. So I'm substituting for x. Okay. Is it okay? Karthik, is it okay? Tomlin?
Yes, ma'am.
Tomlin, is it okay, Tomlin? Why I
Yes.
substitute
Yes,
for
ma'am.
x? Is it clear?
Yes.
So we are getting p is equal to 60y cube minus y raised to 4. So write up to this. Now you write up to this. So our aim is to find. So instead of finding the maximum value of function, now we want to find maximum value of this function. You want to find the maximum value of this function. Is it okay? Now we have converted it. We are converting it into a single variable. Why? Earlier there are two variables, x and y. Here now we have made it into a single variable. P is a function of y. Okay, up to this is it okay, children? Now we want to find the maximum. Maximum means what you have to do? We'll be finding the first order derivative and second order derivative. We'll be finding the first order derivative and second order derivative. So what is dp by dy? What is dp by dy? 60 into what is derivative of y cube? Shubham? What is the derivative of y cube? Shubham? What is the derivative of y cube? Aparna, what is the derivative of y cube?
Ma'am, 3y square.
3y square minus y raised to 4. If you differentiate, it is 4y cube. Now find out the second order derivative, d square p by dy square. So this one we can simplify and write this as 180y square minus 4y cube. 180y square minus 4y cube. Now what is the second order derivative? D square p by dy square. 180 into what is derivative of y square? 2y minus 4 into what is derivative of y cube? It is 3y square. So it is 360y minus 12y square. Is it okay? Is it okay on that?
Ma'am,
Is it okay? Huh? Now equate the
No.
first order derivative to 0. Equate the first order derivative to 0. So dp by dy is equal to 0 implies first order derivative 180y square minus 4y cube is 0. First order derivative is 0. From these two terms, what you can do? Which all the terms you can take as common? Karthik? Okay. Okay, now listen, children, from these two things, which one you can take as common? Can we take 4y square as common? Is it possible? When you take 4y square as common, what you will get? 45 minus y, isn't it? So from here you will get y is equal to 0 or y is equal to 45. Y is equal to 0 or y is equal to 45. So now when y is equal to 0, what about the second order derivative? D square p by dy square. Will it be positive or negative? Check it. When it is 0, second order derivative is also 0. When it is 0, the second order derivative is also 0. So therefore it is not possible. Okay, this one we call it as point of. Okay, this one, when both the second order derivatives and all 0, we call it as point of inflection. So we are not taking y as 0. Now you take the next value. When y is 45, what will be d square p by dy square? Is it positive or negative? Look at the value. We don't want the value, we just want the sign, isn't it? Substitute in second order derivative. So I think 12y you can take it as common. So 30 minus y, isn't it? 12 into 3, 360y minus y square. When you put y is 45, when you put y is 45, what happens? This one will be positive. Here the factor 30 minus 45, will it be positive or negative? Anila Mohanan. Anila Mohanan, whether the second order derivative is positive or negative? Anila? Not there, Anila. Okay. Aditya Satyan? Is it positive or negative? Aditya? Is it positive, children?
Negative.
30 minus 45, isn't it? So here it is 12 into 45. So this one is positive. 30 minus 45 means what is the value? Aditya? Huh?
Negative.
Negative. It is less than 0. Look at the question. In the question, what we need? We need maximum. Isn't it? The question is prove that. So we should get a negative value. Otherwise, we are doing some mistakes on that. We want the maximum value. Maximum value means second order derivative should be negative. So here it is negative. Therefore, what we can write? When y is equal to 45, P is maximum. P is maximum. Therefore, one number we got. Therefore, y is equal to 45 means what is x? X plus y is equal to 90. From here, what is the value of x? X is also 45. Therefore,
Ma'am,
yes,
x plus 5 is 60, right?
this is at 60, sorry. 60. So what will be the value? 60 minus 45, isn't it? Which is 50. Which is 50. Therefore, you have to conclude it. What is asked in your question? You have to write the numbers. Therefore, the numbers are 15 and 45. Therefore, the numbers are 15 and 45. The numbers are 15 and 45. Okay? Is it okay? Aparna, is it okay? Children, today after the class, do these questions again. Then only you'll be getting more thorough with this method. Okay? Is it okay, Shubham? Tell me, Shubham. Will you be trying these questions again? Write the question. Next one. Write the next question. Find two positive numbers. Find two positive numbers whose sum is 16. Find two positive numbers whose sum is 16 and whose sum is 16 and sum of the cubes is minimum. And the sum of the cubes is minimum. Find two positive integers whose sum is 16 and sum of whose cubes is minimum. And sum of whose cubes is minimum. And sum of whose cubes is minimum. So we want two numbers, isn't it? We want two numbers. So tell me, children, this question and all, you can give the answer. Okay. So you take the numbers. Let the numbers be x and y. Let the numbers be x and y. Now, what is the condition given? What do you have to find here? Sum of whose cube is minimum. Okay, we want the sum as minimum. Sum of whose cubes. So, suppose I denote the sum as s. S is equal to, what is the function you will get?
X cube plus Y cube.
X cube plus y cube. So, s is a function depending on two variables x and y. Okay, we should convert it into a single variable. For that, what is the relation given there? Look at the relation given. Given
Plus Y is equal to 16.
sum is 16. X plus y is 16. So, we should convert everything in terms of x or in terms of y. In the previous question, I gave you one easy way. What is the method? Substitute for the variable with smaller power. But look at the powers of the variable here, x cube and y cube. So for which one you will substitute here? Both the powers are
Same.
same. So if you substitute for x or if you substitute for y, both are equivalent only. Is it clear? The previous one we had x cube. So we substituted for the smaller power. Here, both the powers of x and y are same. So either we can substitute for x or we can substitute for y. Okay. So I'm going to substitute for x. Sub x is equal to 16 minus y. So what will be s? S is x. 16 minus y, the whole cube plus y cube. 16 minus y, the whole cube plus y cube. So now here it is of the form a minus b the whole cube. What is a minus b the whole cube? It is a minus b the whole cube. Yes, give me the answer, children. What is a minus b the whole cube?
A plus b into a minus b.
That is a square minus b square, Shubham. Okay, a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. What about the others? Very good, Shubham. At least you are trying. Okay, whenever I say you'll be giving some answers. Very good. Okay, children, try to give your answers. If it goes wrong, no problem. We will be correcting it. Okay, don't keep the video off and sit like this. You open your mouth. Okay, that's what I want. Tell me, children. Yes, Aishwarya is saying something.
A minus b into a square plus ab plus b square.
Okay. So when you expand it again, I use distributivity. Finally, what is the formula we are learning there when you expand it? That one I think
A
you
cube
gave
minus b cube minus 3a square b minus 3ab square.
minus 3a square b plus 3a square. A cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3a b square. Aishwarya, I think you gave the formula for a cube minus b cube. Okay, a cube minus b cube only, it is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Here a minus b the whole cube is a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square. So here it will be 16 cube minus y cube minus 3 into 16 square into y plus 3 into 16 into y square plus y cube. So minus y cube plus y cube will get cancelled. So we will get s is equal to 16 cube minus, what is 16 square? What is 16 square?
256.
256 into 3.
$768.
Okay, otherwise children, 1 second children. 768. Okay, for the time being, I'm not going to write. I'm going to write this later. 16 square into y plus 3 into 16 into y square. So this is the function s. Now look at here, from this function s, we can take the constant 16 as common. I'm going to take 16 as common. If you take all 16 as common, we will get 16 square minus 3 into 16 into y plus 3y square. Is it correct? So that is, now I expand it and write 16 into this 256 minus 48y plus 3y square. So this is yes. This is the function yes. Now find the first order derivative. What is ds by dy? What is ds by dy? 16 into 256. When you differentiate, it is 0. Minus 48 into derivative of y is 1 plus 6y. Is it correct, Swatik?
Yes, ma'am.
Then find the second order derivative. D square s by dy square. That is 16 into minus 48. If I differentiate, it is 0. Plus 6y. When you differentiate, it is 6 into 1. So that is 16 into 6, which is 96. Is it greater than 0? Are you getting positive number? It is greater than 0. It is greater than 0. Okay, that. Okay, now equate the first order derivative. What is first order derivative to 0? ds by dy is equal to 0 implies 16 into minus 48 plus 6y is equal to 0. So that is minus 48 plus 6y is equal to 0. So you will get 6y is equal to 48. Therefore, what is the value of y?
8.
Y is equal to 8. So when y is 8, when y is 8, d square s by dy square is positive, isn't it? Therefore, minimum occurs when y is equal to 8. So if y is 8, find out the other number. Minimum occurs when y is equal to 8. Therefore, what is the value of x? Therefore, what are the numbers? Therefore, the numbers are
X is equal to 8.
x is equal to 8. Therefore, the numbers are 8 and 8. So the numbers are 8 and 8. Right, the next one. Is it okay? Is it clear, children? The concept, is it okay? Karthik, Chamlin, Aparna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Right, the next one. A square piece of tin, a square piece of tin, T-I-N, tin. A square piece of tin of side 18 centimeter. A square piece of tin of side 18 centimeter is to be made into a box. Is to be made into a box without top. Is to be made into a box without top. Is to be made into a box without top by cutting a square. By cutting a square from each corner. By cutting a square from each corner and folding up the flaps from each corner and folding up the flaps from each corner and folding up the flaps and folding up the flaps and folding up the flaps to form a box and folding up the flaps to form a box. What should be the side of the square? What should be the side of the square? What should be the side of the square to be cut off? What should be the side of the square to be cut off so that so that the volume of the box is maximum. So that the volume of the box is maximum. So that the volume of the box is maximum. What is given in the question, children? What is given? Look at here. A square piece of tin of side 18 centimeter. Okay. You are given with a square piece. Okay. You are given with a square piece of a tin of side 18 centimeters. So square means we know that all the sides are equal. Okay, this 18 centimeter. Now what is given? It's made, we are going to make a box without the top. That means open box. So all the four sides will be there and base will be there. By cutting square from each corner. So from each corner, I'm going to cut one small squares. Okay. So square means we know that all the sides are equal. So I don't know what is the length of the side I'm cutting. I'm taking this as x. From each corner, I'm cutting the squares. And when you cut the squares, okay, you can try this at home. You cut these corners. You take a cardboard paper and you can try this. When you remove this, okay, this much length will be there. Now you fold this. You fold along this edge. You fold this one. You stick it with the cello tape. What you will get? Will you be getting a box? Will you be getting a box? Is it clear? Okay, so this is the concept we need here. Okay, look at here, read the question. A square piece of tin, 18 centimeter is to be made into a box without top by cutting a square from each corner and folding up the flaps to form a box. When you fold up the flaps, it will become a box. What should be the side of the square to be cut off? So we don't know the side of the square to be cut off. Okay. So side of the square to be cut off. Let us take it as x. Suppose it is x meters. Okay. So now look at here for the cuboidal box. For the cuboidal box, what will be the dimensions? For the cuboidal box, what will be the length, what is the breadth, and what will be the height? From each side, you are cutting x. So what will be the length? Length is, from this side, I am removing x, this side, I am removing x. So what will be this length? What will be this part?
18 minus 2x.
18 minus 2x. So the length will be 18 minus 2x. What about the breadth? 18 minus 2x, isn't it? What about the height? Height will be x. Height will be x. Now what is asked? Volume is maximum. So what is the formula for volume of a box, cuboidal box? L into B into H. Volume is L into B into H. So volume is 18 minus 2x into 18 minus 2x into x. 18 minus 2x into 18 minus 2x into 18 minus 2x. You expand it. To expand it, you will be getting a cubic polynomial in x. Okay, you expand it, you'll be getting a cubic polynomial in x. After that, find the first order derivative, second order derivative, and find the possible value of x so that the volume is maximum. So here some situation is given. From the situation only we are finding the function. Is it clear? In the previous problem and all, directly one function is given, we are finding the maximum minimum. Here one situation, one application is given. We are finding the function from that one. Okay. Before, so, is it clear, children? So function. So function now we have framed. What is the function? 18 minus 2x into 18 minus 2x into x. L into B into H. Find the volume. Find the volume, then find first order derivative, second order derivative, and find what is the maximum value. Volume is to be maximum, isn't it? So what is the value of x? So when you solve it, suppose we get x is negative, we will not be taking that value. Why? It is the side of a square. We will not be taking the side, the length as negative. Length should be always positive. So we select only the positive value. Try to solve it. Okay, we can discuss more about that in the next class. Thank you.